I'm drinking. I ain't got nothing to do with
Man,
that conversation.
it's women sitting outside the hotel. All you gotta do is go upstairs and come back down.
Oh, for real, that happened for real?
I went on the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
I played for the Jaguars, man. We was sorry. Ain't nobody waiting
Y'all
for
was
us.
sorry like that. The Dolphins was terrible. But I could always sneak downstairs by that bar and find me somebody smiling.
You?
For real?
I'm cutting it.
You said you?
No, don't cut it.
I ain't know it was like that.
No. Me and my wife ain't beefing. I'm retired, so we good to go.
Jaye.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye Black. I want to talk about this very hilarious video that I came across from the I Am Athlete podcast. All right. I'll probably have played some at the beginning so y'all can get the gist of it. I'll put a link in the description box to the full video so y'all can go and check it out, right? Now, you have former NFL linebacker Channing Crowder, okay? He is sitting down with Brandon Marshall, Fred Taylor, and Chad Ochocinco, or Chad Johnson. And they were having a discussion, and the NBA bubble was brought up. And once that was brought up, it gave Channing Crowder the opportunity to bring up the fact that you have a lot of these athletes or football players that he knows of when they're on the road, they're dealing with them groupies, okay? They're dealing with them groupies. Now, Channing Crowder has been retired for some years now, but he played long enough to know what's going on. Now, do I agree with him just putting that out there? I don't know, because again, it's as if you're basically telling on ex-teammates, but he didn't name any names. Now, probably in the video clip you'll see when he was talking to Chad, and Chad was kind of denying it, like, oh no, Fred Taylor was speechless. Brandon Marshall was laughing because Brandon Marshall and Channing Crowder was teammates, and I don't think Channing Crowder ever caught him up in it. So maybe not all these guys are out here dealing with other women, but there are those who are, and they just so happen to be married. Now, this is from the article. This is from Bro Bible. All right, and this is the clip here. It says, retired Miami Dolphins linebacker Channing Crowder may have just broken the ultimate man code while talking about what it's like to live on the road as an NFL player. During a recent episode of the I Am Athlete podcast, Crowder spilled the beans on how easy it was for NFL players to mess around their wives while on the road, as his fellow former athletes on the podcast hilariously tried to deny everything he said. Fred Taylor was like, he wanted no part of this conversation. Chad Ochocinco, he didn't. But the only two people in the situation that really you could tell was indifferent was Brandon Marshall and Channing Crowder. Okay? Let's see. NFL fans thought it was hilarious that Crowder snitched on players about messing around their wives on the road. Let's see here. These type of men who will have your own wife scowling at you sideways in your sleep for podcast banter. Yeah, I think Fred Taylor knew that he may be having a conversation with his wife. I don't know who Chad is with, but it was awkward. It got awkward at certain points. And what Channing may not understand is these guys are still with those same women. Not all of them, but there are guys who may have played with him who are still with their significant other. And their significant other is going to look at them a certain type of way. So that's why I would say that I don't agree with him just putting it out there. But Channing is one of those people. He's going to say what's on his mind. You know, Channing reminds me of the guys that I knew. You know, he's a country boy. And he kind of reminds me of some of the guys I knew growing up. You know what I'm saying? They just straight talk, you know, no filter. And that's what you like about them. But that can also be what you don't like about them, right? Another comment to say, yo, he's really about to make the divorce rate jump. Chad Johnson should win an Oscar for pretending not to know that he could get laid after away games during his NFL career. Yeah, he was playing very, very dumb. Chad, nah, I never knew that. So nobody wanted parts of that conversation. Cuz out there dry snitching. NFL players really living life on the road. And he has a halo. You might as well put a halo on him because he's like, he doesn't know what is going on. Let me just say this though about a lot of these guys, man. A lot goes on the road, man. And the fact that you have guys, again, that don't want to have this conversation is because they may have engaged in that behavior. And they really don't want it brought back up because, again, they're still with that other person. Now, the thing is with Channing, he says that he never messed around on his wife. You know, were you dating her? Did you start dating and marry her after your career, Channing? But listen, a lot goes on, man. What people got to understand is that these women are very aggressive on the road with these guys, whether it's at the team hotel, whether it's at a script club, whether it's at a regular club, or you can be out and about at the store. If a woman notices you and she knows that you're an athlete, she's gonna come at you. Women are super aggressive when they like you. You talk about cold approaching. Women will definitely cold approach you if they are attracted to you. And that's what a lot of people may not understand about women. They think that only men are aggressive when it comes to going after somebody they want. No, you have a lot of women, if they are attracted to you, they will try to get with you. They will. And the thing is with Channing Crowder, man, again, I would not put this out here because, again, a lot of these guys may have been married while they were playing with him with the Miami Dolphins. Listen, this is an open secret. Everybody knows that a lot of these guys are out here messing around their significant others. That's why these guys get put on blast. How many videos have I made about these athletes getting caught up, dealing with side chicks, dealing with these Instagram models, getting put on blast? Look at the videos I've done about J.R. Smith. How many side chicks he's dealt with. Okay, it happens. And Channing is just being honest and blunt about it. But he also has to understand, man, a lot of these guys, marriages are already rocky. And you're going to be putting ideas into the heads of the women that they're already with. Now, some of those women may not care, but you got those that will. And they will use it against these guys. Right? So when you put something out here like this, again, I'm not saying that he shouldn't, but the way he went at Chad, I mean, come on, man. Like it's almost like he wanted Chad to admit that he did something. Again, I wouldn't have done that either. I mean, you can put something out there, but when you put people on the spot like that, man, how do you expect them to react? You know, that may cause a rift between those guys moving forward. But I will say this though, Brandon Marshall didn't really seem to have too much of an issue with the conversation because he was never caught up in anything. I've never heard about no side chicks with Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall has had mental health issues, but he's never been put on blast by a chick. And him and Channing were teammates, and Channing basically confirmed it. So again, not all these guys are out here messing around on their significant other, but there are those that are. Some of those guys expose themselves by getting their side chicks pregnant. Some of those guys expose themselves by going out here and trying to get with these women on social media. Social media is catching these dudes up. And I think what Channing did was, in a way, put something out there that was already out there. Now, the reason why I'm putting this picture up is because this was the whole mood of that 2-minute conversation You got Fred Taylor on the left. You got Chad Johnson on the right. When Channing went into his spiel, you can tell that either memories of past situations came up, or they knew there were going to be future situations that come up because of this particular conversation. Now, again, I may not have been the one to say, hey, these guys out here messing around. And then like, Chad, you know, right? Right, Chad? Right, Chad? I wouldn't have done that. But again, it's an open secret, so you can't really blame Channing for bringing it up. You just can't.